Hello and welcome to another video, and today I'm going to be taking a look at Gyeon wheel cleaner. I've got a car with 4 very dirty wheels, so I'm going to try Gyeon wheel cleaner 4 different ways. But first, let's have a look at what Gyeon say about their wheel cleaner. So it is Gyeon wheel cleaner with iron. They claim that it's efficient because it has iron, so it can help remove brake dust better. It's safe, it's powerful, and it's also pH neutral. And they recommend using it by spraying on, leaving for 1 to 2 minutes to dwell, and then rinsing off. Or if you need to, you can agitate it before rinsing. So method 1, I'm just going to go with exactly what it says in the instructions on the website, which is spray onto the wheel, let it dwell for 1 to 2 minutes, and then rinse it off. Now, with these wheels being as dirty as they are, and the fact that they're completely dry, I'm expecting a mega reaction to happen here, and I'm not disappointed. After less than a minute on the wheel, it had completely changed colour. I then gave it another minute before rinsing it off. Remember, this is no agitation, so let's have a look and see how the wheels came up. And to be fair, they actually look really clean. There's no dirty marks left on them. I'm not 100% convinced that they are clean wheels, so let's go back in with another hit of the wheel cleaner and see if we get any more bleeding from it. Now, normally I would never be 100% convinced that you could clean a set of wheels with a contactless wash. However, these have actually came up okay, but just for peace of mind, if I wasn't testing, I would go back in and do a contact wash on them. And as you can see, there is still a bit of bleeding coming there. That might be coming from the barrel, but there is still bleeding there. Okay, now we're on to method 2, and method 2 is going to be a pre-rinse of the wheel before applying the wheel cleaner, and I'm also going to agitate the wheel cleaner after I've let it dwell for a minute or so. And what you'll notice here is that the pre-rinse has actually done quite a lot of good work on the wheels, although there is still some dirt visible to the eye that I can see. So let's get in about it with the wheel cleaner and see how we get on. In this instance, there is nowhere near as much bleeding coming from the wheels. Of course, the pre-rinsing has done a lot of work there. We are still getting some bleeding, and we're now going to move on to the agitation. I'm just using a small detailing brush to go around each spoke. These wheels are a pain in the butt to clean because there is so many spokes with so many different faces to them, but nevertheless we'll get there in the end, and then we'll see how the wheel looks once we give it a thorough rinse off. One thing to note, just while my head was down there next to the wheel, is that a lot of wheel cleaners have a really pleasant smell to them, you know, like your Garage Therapies or your Infinity Wax wheel shampoo. This just smells like a fallout remover. It's horrid stuff to smell, so you want to keep your nose as far away from it as possible. And just going in for an inspection of how this wheel is looking after a rinse, then applying the product, and then a contact wash with them, and I'm really pleased with how this has come up. There's no visible brake dust, there's no embedded brake dust that I can see, so that's a tick in the box there. And then we're going on to method 3. Method 3 is going to be applying the product to a dry wheel and then agitating the product. The aim of the game here is to basically see if pre-rinsing your wheels is really required when using this product. So I've sprayed it on, allowed it to dwell for a minute or so, and then I'm start going in with a small detailing brush again and agitating it up. I'll leave it for another wee 30 seconds or so and then rinse off. And again, we can go in for an inspection, but you can see how clean the wheel's looking there. And again, another one that I'm really happy with. As we can see, there's no brake dust hidden in the corners of the spokes there, and the wheel's looking nice and clean and shiny. Moving on now to the final method that we're going to try today, and that's going to be rinsing the wheel, applying the product, letting it dwell for 1 to 2 minutes, and then rinsing it off, so no agitation on this one. So after thoroughly rinsing the wheel off to start with, I'll go in and give it a liberal coating in the wheel cleaner. I'll let that dwell for a couple of minutes, and then we can just go and have a look around the wheel and see how it's looking before rinsing it off. So on this wheel there does actually happen to be some ingrained brake dust in around the corners of the spokes here, like you can see just now. It's got that on a few of the spokes and on all over the wheel really. So let's see if just applying the product and rinsing is going to take that off. I have my doubts. Of course it didn't. It did make a good dent in it, and with a little agitation it probably would have got rid of it, but let's be honest, this is not a contactless wheel cleaner, not in my opinion anyway. So let's load up the wheel again with some more wheel cleaner, and I'll go in with a bit of agitation and see if it removes that stubborn brake dust. And of course it has. It's done a really good job. Gyeon make really good products. You just need to find what way works best for you, and to be honest, for me it's always going to be contact on the wheels because I want the wheels to be pristine by the time that I'm finished with them. So what about cost? Now if you were to go into county detailing and buy this, it's going to cost you £9.13, which for a ready to use product that includes a fallout remover element isn't too bad at all, to be honest. The product itself gives you that satisfying colour change, and it's also very good on stubborn brake dust as long as you agitate it. I mean, I guess the big question is, would I go out and buy this product again? Well, I already have. I've got 4 litres of it. That's why I'm using it out of an AutoSmart bottle at the moment, so I do really like this product. I was impressed by it the first time I used it, and I've went out and bought it again. If you're interested in the product, I'll leave a link down below to where you can pick it up from. But apart from that, I hope you've enjoyed this short video. If you have, please remember to hit that thumbs up button, and if you're not already a subscriber to the channel, hit that subscribe button. So again, thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.